Welcome to Twisted Straight Fibers instructional videos. Today we're going to do hoof trimming on llamas. And as a special guest, I have Kayla Gray, hi sweetheart, from Still Point Sanctuary. Still Point Sanctuary is there to rescue, rehabilitate, and care for llamas for the rest of their lives. So let's get started, shall we? Okay, so your key to success, or your pearl, for those of you who have never done this before, is to have a very successful first time with your girls. Some of these, and boys, some of these little llamas may never have had this happen before. So what we want to do is create a pen for them. So a week or so before you're ready to do this, you're going to create a little feeding zone inside here. And you're going to get people interested in coming into your little pen. So what we have is some feed buckets in here, and we're going to encourage people to come in, and they'll come in and be used to this situation. And I just want to explain how we've done this. Come on, baby, come on in. So we've got contenders, yeah. And the easier you can make this the day of the process, and the less stressful, you don't want to be running around chasing people, and you don't want them stressed out. So you just convince them that the best thing they could do is to come in here. And we got some other contenders here, but we're trying to get our llamas in. Good girl, come on, good girl. So we just do this for a few days, and pretty soon everybody's following up in. And we're just putting some food in here, and everybody participates. There we go, right over here. And they get used to being in this enclosure. So this enclosure is just a few different panels that we put together and secured to our overhang. And now everybody's content, having a good time. And then you can simply, when you get ready, that day, come on little sheepies, come out of here. Is just close us in here. And everybody's captured and content. Now these specialized panels just come apart. It doesn't have to be this fancy. You can create other situations, but you just want to make sure it's secure. And you're only leaving them in here, say an hour before you're actually taking care of this toe issue. You don't want to leave them here for a long time. One pearl of wisdom, don't put water in here during this process, and clear out everything that could become a factor. So after they get done having their little snacks, we're going to take those feeders off. Anything that could get bumped, get in the way, or cause you problems. So that's how easy it is, just to get them interested to come into a small area. So first of all, we want to cross tie her so she doesn't struggle and hurt herself. And then we're going to just kind of give her a little nudge to get her over next to the gate. And she understands what we're doing. Then we're going to reach down here and just kind of let her know what leg we're working on. Now I already started this one, and I got a telephone call and we had to shut down. So you'll see a little bit trimmed off. I'm going to give her some support. She's going to lean on me, and we're going to trim this off. So we need to trim these sides first and get this down. Now I like these particular trimmers. There's all different kinds of trimmers, but I like these because they're easy to handle. They're short. They cut well. And I kind of go slow because I want to know what's going on here. We're going to get this out of there, and then we're just going to blunt this tip. Then we just have this other one. It's a little bit rolled over, so we're going to work that slowly. And she's a good girl. She's holding still. We're just doing great.
And how do you know when you're done and done enough trimming?
What I'm trying to do is cut this so the pad is what's touching, and the that the toenail is not interfering with her ability to walk. So there we go. We'll blunt that tip. This one could use just a little bit more.
Your hand's in the way.
Blunt the tip. That's pretty good. When we let her leg down, and there we go.
She's pretty. This, I have not seen this before, but it's an actual usable toe. It's not just, okay, it's all right, it's all right.
She does walk on it.
Oh, she does?
Yeah.
If you see her on a rock, something, you know, other than this straw where you're kind of blind to her feet, you'll see her actually put it
Alright,
down
baby.
and bend it, you know, sequentially as she moves her foot.
Interesting.
It's really fascinating.
Let me have your
Now,
knee.
this is not an animal you'd want to breed.
No.
About what is cushing and why is it an advantage for some hoof trimming?
Cushing is doing this, making themselves into what we call a tea-cozy position. And for these llamas that don't want their feet taken off the ground and are just adamant about it, if you can get them to push, and then you can reach under and find the foot, and you bring it as straight back as you can. And then cut the toenails, because when they lie down, their feet are bottom side up.
Perfect. So you can do that on the back hooves as well as the front.
Yeah, because you can reach in and get their elbow, and then you just kind of work your hand down to the foot and pull straight back, because you don't want to torque the hip.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
That was a little bit of a trial there.
Yes, it was. I'm sweating.
So let's talk a little bit, let's go over again some of the things that we were talking about before. First of all, you know, tell me about your place, Still Point.
Well, I've been doing it since 2000, doing the rescue, and we incorporated to a nonprofit in 2001. And we have about 17 acres on the peninsula near Hoods Canal. And we've been taking in unwanted, neglected, whatever.
Abandoned.
Llamas. Abandoned, yes. Llamas and alpacas, and we also have managed to accumulate a couple sheep and 3 goats and that kind of stuff.
Assorted
Yeah.
friends.
And
furry friends.
my background is that I got 2 llamas in 1988 in order to help me go backpacking without having to carry a pack.
Nice.
And that's how it started. And then I started going on training trips into the Llama Mountains with a woman who does team training, and learned how to handle them. And then before you know it, I saw people abandoning them and not treating them properly. So I took in my first rescue, and I was managing a farm in East Pemberton, and the people that owned it had not been doing well with the animals. And so when I finally left that, I took all but 2 of the animals with me.
Wow.
So that was sort of the start of all of the rescue, and now I get calls every week still, either cutting down on their herd, people get old, one of the people can't do it anymore. So that's how we get them mostly.
So I'm going to stand over here because I have a hat and you don't.
Oh, okay, that's
so,
a good idea.
So the question I have is, are you still taking animals?
We do occasionally,
Okay.
especially if there's no other answer for them.
And you are still willing to let people come and adopt animals?
I am if the animal is young enough, healthy enough, and has been trained well enough to be handled by somebody who may not have had that experience.
Okay.
And we help train the people too. Before
I
we
know
let 'em
you
get-
do, because you did with me. So
Yeah.
that's great. So let's kind of go over a couple of the things that we talked about. Why do we need to trim their hooves?
Because they're not up in the Andes anymore walking on rocks. and they have maybe soft ground. Genetically, they may have the what am I looking for? They may be predisposed to having really long nails.
Okay.
Some of them, I had one guy, one of my first llamas, that I only had to clip his nails twice a year.
Oh yeah.
They didn't grow, when they did, they were so when they hang down over the pad, gotta get that off.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Anything else? Any other words of wisdom for our viewers about taking care of these little llama friends of ours? And their hoof care, maybe?
Their hoof care. You need to check their feet if you're living in a spot that has rain, a lot of rain,
Okay.
and they're in mud, maybe part of the winter. You need to look at the bottom of their feet to be sure they're not getting what's euphemistically called foot rot. And it's not really a rot, but it's like leaving your hands or feet in water too long and they crinkle up. And then they can break that skin and tear it.
So what do you do for those folks?
There's some people use copper tax. I don't because I think it's too toxic. I use aloe vera. I also use there's a human product that's called Carmex.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
can
that you
use
can
that.
use for your lips.
Right. You can
Put a
use,
little of that on there
Uh-huh.
and kind of give it a seal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming out and,
Well, you're
and
welcome.
being part of our first and only, at this time, training session for
Yeah.
Twisted Strait Fibers.
So are people using their wool?
Well, we're trying to get there. I
Yeah.
mean, there are a lot of people that are processing, and we're going to try to get a website here really soon, and then the mill. So that's the plan.
Great.
But in the meantime, we're just trying to give people a little info.
Yeah, good.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right.